So yeah, we're at Thunderbird Tattoo. Are we in LA right now or?
Yeah, Echo Park.
Echo Park in California. And yeah, long story short, getting tattooed right now. My mindset throughout the years, it's been relentless. I feel like I'm on a never-ending race. And in this line of work, you're always alternating from tour to studio. I do a lot of band management, writing, everything. And there's no such thing as a 9 to 5 in our line of work. There's no such thing as a weekend. And yeah, you just got to pretty much stay on the ball always, whether it's getting a email from Australia or Germany or California or New York or wherever you're at. It's just you got to stay sharp, so to speak. And I'm very passionate about what I do, very motivated. But once in a while, like that self-doubt kicks in. You're like, all right, am I being highly motivated right now, dedicated, or am I just burning myself out? And I guess that's the reasoning behind the candle that's burning by both ends that I'm getting tattooed right now. It's a line off one of my favorite tracks on the record, which is called Light Speed. And yeah, I guess this piece, not that I want to over-rationalize my tattoos or anything, but I guess this piece is a reminder that, treat myself kindly. Often I'm just so absorbed in my work. All that shit comes first and everything else comes second, including myself. So, yeah, just take care of yourself, folks. I guess a song that's very personal to me is the song Legacy. It talks about actually my grandfather who's dealing with Alzheimer's and dementia, and it's kind of quite hard to witness. It's definitely been hard on our family, but I don't know, just reflecting on the person that he is and the role that he played in my life and our lives. He's actually quite inspirational. My entire, the Aryans, they left Egypt in the 60s. My grandfather wanted a better quality of life for the entire family. He wanted my grandmother and my aunt to be treated as equals. He wanted my godfather and my dad to not have to deal with, mandatory military enrollment and all that. So it took a lot of courage to just leave everything and move to another country. So whenever there's that self-doubt that kicks in, I always try to think of strong, influential people in my life, and my grandfather would be one of them. Yeah, I really do feel like shit is pretty tense, man. I feel like a lot of people are fighting fire with fire. That is a line in the song, a reoccurring line. People are fighting hate with more hate. And it's hard to have some sort of a dialogue going and actually solve shit because of that. And meanwhile, you have all these governments that are having ultimately like a dick measuring contest. Who's coming up with the biggest nuclear weapons and all that, and it's scary, man. They're like playing a game of Risk with our planet, and I don't consider myself to be like super political or anything, but I do consider myself to be a world citizen, and I feel like we should maybe take the time to actually speak to ourselves and have more of that world perspective and not be so divided. And I feel like that's what I was trying to explain in Slow Burning. Another song would probably be Apex Predator. I speak a lot about just the environment, how we treat the environment, how we treat the wildlife, and it's scary, man. Like, I feel like if you guys want your kids to make it to our age and to make it to your age, you should definitely educate them more on the benefits of treating our planet with respect and kindness. And we're hearing a lot about the Amazon fires right now, whether it's that or like the BP oil spill a couple of years ago. Like the examples are endless. Like, this is a wake-up call, guys. Like, if you don't care, just do it for future generations. I don't know, man, but we are approaching the point of no return, and I think it's important for artists to speak out and sort of like get a dialogue going, get that awareness going, because ultimately the human race is at stake. So yeah, man, those are some of the concepts that we discuss on the record. The way I write is always kind of loose in a way that you can sort of like read the lyrics, interpret them, and make them your own, you know? There's no precise, I mean, there is some preciseness to it, but again, it's music, just play with it. And I don't know, man, this shit is hurting way too much, so I'm done for now. But yeah, welcome to Purgatory.
Nothing but wishful thinking.